Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. In an earlier episode, we showed you how to open these chain stitch types of bags. Well, some of you wrote in and said, what about these kinds? What you said that work on that one doesn't work on this one. Stick around and I'll show you how to make this work. Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. You know, there's a lot of different products that come in these kind of bags. Generally livestock feed, such as this chicken feed, grains, and that sort of thing. Or over here, bird seeds like this. But what about bags of rice that come from Asian countries? That's a common type of stitch that occurs. And there doesn't seem to be one kind of stitching when they come from different places of the world. They all have to be figured out. Here's the good news. Whatever was stitched can be unstitched. And we had some of you write in and say on the first video that we did, here's a couple viewers that wrote in. Good Egg said, for some reason, what you showed me on this doesn't work on my 20-pound rice bag. And I'm not sure if it's operator error or not. And another viewer, E-Doctor, stated, it didn't work on my rice bag from Thailand either. The string zips from left to right, unlike your first video. And thirdly, viewer Cindy Wyatt continued with, those type of bags with the paper backers, I can deal with. It's no big deal. It's the one without the tape that give me a fit. I hope you made a video for that kind too. The ones that have feed and seed in it. Well, Cindy and the others, this video episode's for you. Now, as we said on the first video, these are really easy to deal with. I've oriented this bag so it's really from your point of view here. Here's the front of the bag. Notice that the tape is on the bag towards you. And if I flip the stitch over, you can see that there is no tape on the back. So you're going to put the tape towards you and start on your right and going to your left. You're simply going to lift the tape right here. And when you do, it's just going to come apart just like that. And I'm going to just pull that open like that. So now that's open. Very, very easy. One of the tips that came in from our viewers was, you may not want to open the whole bag, so clip that off right there, tie a knot in this, and therefore you can pour neatly without having the whole bag open. Great tip. Well, that's pretty easy. Now when it comes to this one here, this is a little bit different. The stitch is tubular. It's like, where do you start with this? So we're gonna take this from your point of view. Dirt Farmer Jay viewer family member CN asked, what about these bags without a pull tape that are stitched like this? And they asked specifically about Pennington birdseed. Here's how this works. If you look on this bag here, you can see there is a front of the stitch. That's where it's compound right here. And if I roll this over, you can see on the back the single stitch. So on all these kind of stitches, we'll call the back the single and the front where there's a compound stitch. And if you look very close at the pattern right here, you can see there's kind of like a series of arrowheads. A loop that loops back to the thing before it, a loop back. And in this case, the arrowhead is pointing exactly the opposite direction. Instead of opening on the end where the points go, we're going to use the broad side and we're going to go off to the left and we're going to go left to right. And what we're going to do is take this tube chain right here and start just picking these apart until you get two ends that are sticking out like this. And when you do, pull them. And what's going to happen, look at here, magic, huh? So I can just pull this off. Now, again, I don't want that whole thing open, so I'm just going to tie this off halfway up and just get rid of. There we go. So it'll only open halfway now, and I have a neater pour. Pretty cool, huh? By the way, Pennington bags also have, look at the bottom down here, they have the tape right here where you could pull it and open it from that way as well, just like the top on this one. So we got covered both ways. Another thing that can be really frustrating as the weather warms and you start mowing your lawn is the grass catcher tube just keeps getting clogged. Check out this video where we'll show you how to get rid of that little problem. And then take a look at this other video that YouTube thinks is just perfect for you. Well, check it out. Until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer Jay from dirtfarmerjay.com.